Prior to their huge Rose Bowl matchup with Florida State, Oregon has lost perhaps their best defensive player. I'm Jim Baskell with the latest ESPN headlines. It's star cornerback Ifo Ekpre-Olomu, who has been lost for the season with a severe knee injury suffered during practice. We are joined on the phone by Ted Miller, who covers the Pac-12 for ESPN. And Ted, can you put into words how this will impact Oregon prior to their semifinal matchup in that Rose Bowl against Florida State?
Well, you're playing against a very good offense, a very good passing offense. You're playing against Jameis Winston, and you take away the best player on a defense, the best cornerback, a guy who would probably be matched up with Rashad Green significantly in that game, a very good receiver, and now you take away that part of the field, something that Oregon feels like it could cancel out a third of the field with Ifo out there covering that area, an All-American cornerback. So it's a huge hit. And it's not just in terms of talent. I mean, as your emotional landscape opens up for such a monstrous game, you want to have your best players out there, and this is going to hit that locker room hard. He's a senior leader, a guy who opted to come back just for this opportunity, this sort of opportunity to play in a national title type of game. Came back for his senior year so he could graduate and everything, and now he can't play in the game, so it hits everybody emotionally.
You know, Ted, it's also sad to hear about a player that comes back, as you mentioned, for a senior season. This is one of the top cornerbacks from the player's standpoint that will enter the NFL draft. How does it impact him with regards, obviously, to his draft stock?
Well, fortunately, he's got a pretty significant insurance policy that covers him if he should slide in the draft, so he's not going to end up poor. These knee injuries, modern medicine has done a pretty good job of making these not career injuries anyway. We don't know how severe this is. Oregon's probably not going to tell us very much about it. They're one of those programs that doesn't like to talk about injuries. But I think Ifo will get healthy again and will become a significant contributor to an NFL team in the future. But it's just too bad for him. This is why he came back, and now he's going to miss out on that opportunity.
Absolutely. Ted Miller covers the Pac-12 for ESPN. Ted, thanks for the insight.
Hey, no problem.
Again, Oregon loses a top player to their defense. Cornerback Ifo Ekpre-Olomu lost for the season with a knee injury suffered during practice. You could read more about this story right here on ESPN.com. With the latest ESPN headlines, I'm Jim Baskell.